If you hear splashing and coughing sounds, it is because husband is bathing small child in the bathroom, which is just beyond this door. So speaking of work life and home life, these are the two things combining. Word nerds. So if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that Mondays are usually about the craft and act of writing, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. This is partly a life update and partly a bit of a commentary on being a writer and mom at the same time. If anyone tells you that they are a full-time writer and mom, it's more than likely that they're not actually writing full-time as much as they would like to. I don't know about other moms that are also writers, but I get about 3 full hours of writing per day, and that's if I'm lucky. The hours come from when my son is napping and after he goes to bed. This, of course, has to be balanced out with things like exercising, meal prep, tidying, laundry. So as you might have guessed, some of those things have to be sacrificed. There's just so much you can't do with a screaming 1-year-old clinging to your leg. Weird, I know. The funny thing is, I have it a lot better than a lot of writer moms. When I first sold my book, The Strange and Deadly Portraits of Bryony Gray, I put aside a good chunk of the advance money for childcare. And this year, before that money happened to run out, I got a grant from the BC government to pay for more childcare. So I've been able to afford a babysitter 3 days every week, which has been a lifesaver. I can guarantee you I would not have got the work done that I managed to do if I hadn't had help. And not just help that I paid for, but tons and tons of help from both my parents and my husband's parents. And my husband, of course. Currently, I am editing that book as well as drafting a second book and editing a third. And then, of course, trying to keep up with things with The Strange and Deadly Portraits of Bryony Gray, like school visits, answering questions on Twitter, that kind of thing, answering emails. So with 3+ projects, as you can guess, 3 days isn't really cutting it. So I've had to fill in that extra time with my evenings and weekends, but as you may have guessed, that is when I technically should be doing normal human being things like eating and preparing dinner and making healthy meals for the next day and cleaning my house. If my husband didn't do my laundry, I would be wearing a potato sack or possibly bed sheets right now. Also, my house is insanely messy and we order way too much pizza. And don't even ask me when the last time I exercised was, because it's embarrassing. But I'm very happy to report that we've been on waiting lists for a while now, and we finally got into a great daycare. And starting mid-April, so this month, I will be going to 5 days a week of writing. Full-time writing for real. So I'm really looking forward to having my evenings and weekends back and to be able to function like a normal human being and do things like laundry again, making healthy meals, being able to clock in at 8 and clock out at 4 like a normal job is something I never thought I would be this excited for. Something I didn't know that I needed until now was a separation of home and work life. Working full-time, 8 to 4, first time I get to do this, and it kind of feels more real, weirdly enough, to be able to make myself clock in, so to speak. And I think I'm going to treat it very, very professionally and try to do like an hour for lunch and time myself when I have to be back. And I'm going to be working out of a library near where the daycare is. So it's going to be very nose to the grindstone, and I'm actually really excited about it. So that's what's going on in my life. What about you guys? How's your writing life going? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the WordNerds have our live chat, and we would love to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.